We are finally back after what was, I think, over a month hiatus, Ethan, that we had from Inside the Diamond. But nonetheless, man, we're back, episode 27 here on this Tuesday night. And division races, they're heating up. Wildcard races heating up. There is some prospect news, obviously, September call-ups and all that good stuff with the low A and high A seasons coming to a close, as well as the complex and DSL seasons. But Ethan, like I said, man, it's been like a month since the last time we've been live. And now all of a sudden we're going live tonight. I mean, how's life been treating you? I know you started school back up for the fall semester. How's everything been for you?
Yeah, man, doing pretty good in some classes that I was struggling with before, but I think this will be the last semester, and then I'll be graduating. And I mean, my God, we had such an issue uploading our top 10 pitching prospects. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, nice to be live, and thank you to the over 70 people that are already in here already. But nothing better than to talk some baseball. And there's been honestly like a lot of minor league news, which is nice for us compared to major league stuff. But
Yeah.
there was certainly something that happened today in the Dodger system that was pretty notable.
Yeah, I mean, there's
News
there's
doing
been a
recently.
lot of, I think, a good chunk of the major stuff and the major news that's happened within prospects in the pipeline and just minor league baseball in general is coming out of the Dodgers system. A lot of call-ups that we need to talk about for that, but I'm glad you brought up the pitching prospect side of things and what we posted earlier before hopping on the pod. We've got pitchers to talk about in the minor leagues, and we've got one to talk about in Oklahoma City, who started off his year, Ethan, I'd say is probably one of the more highly touted pitchers in Major League Baseball without even throwing a single pitch.
I
Didn't
mean,
think we'd see him at this point in the season in September pitching what would you call meaningless games in AAA. Roki Sasaki finds himself in Oklahoma City right now playing for, they're not the Tulsa Drillers, the Comets, I believe. Off the top of
yep,
my
the
head.
comments.
Yeah, that's bad if I don't know that. But he's in OKC. He's playing in AAA, trying to get right there. We don't, that's not a terribly odd thing. I mean, Kodai Senga got optioned down to Syracuse this week, so we see it happen quite a bit sometimes with these guys. Finally looked like he kind of got right today, Ethan. I know you made a post about it, so I mean, kind of just let's dive into what Roki Sasaki was able to do today.
Yeah, I mean, I know there was a lot of stuff before he came over about like he needed to get a procedure done. He got it recommended by a doctor and his coaches and stuff like that. And he was still sitting pretty good velo in Japan. So there wasn't like really a huge concern. But the shoulder impingement issue, just not the fastball really not getting any whiffs at all. And his last start, he was sitting, I think it was like 94.3 or 94.5. And keep in mind, this guy was sitting 100, 101 in the WBC, 2 years ago, year and a half ago. Roki Sasaki today, he topped 100.6 miles an hour. His fastball was up 2.5 ticks. Splitter was up 2.5 ticks. The slider was up 9 miles an hour. The stuff looked way better. The fastball is still, it's still kind of iffy. I guess it still sits a little dead zone. I think some of it has to do with the ball difference that you see from Japan coming to the majors. But I think just the velo overall is extremely encouraging. Yeah, he gave up some runs towards the end, but you were seeing a little bit more fastball whiffs. I think he had 8 Ks too, but I don't know if Roki is getting promoted by the Dodgers and that kind of helps them with the injuries that they've had throughout the course of the year. That would be nice. But also, it's like if he could just develop a little bit more now, kind of have a full offseason to recover off of the shoulder impingement, see what maybe might be going on, and have him bounce back for 2026. That would be amazing for Dodgers fans. But
100%.
the fact that he's up almost 3 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour on the slider, velo up across the board was fantastic to see.
It's great to see, and I mean, I can't sit here and really say that I'm confident that stuff works if you throw him up at the major league level right now at this point in the season, but it's great to see. I mean, slider up nine miles an hour, everything else up 2 ticks, like you mentioned. This, I think, is Sasaki kind of finally getting comfortable in AAA and realizing where he is probably the best spot for him right now. You take a guy who's played his entire baseball career in one of the most urban and bright not cities, like countries and period, just in Japan, in the bright lights of the NPB, being one of the stars of that league. And then you move him over in 1 year's time, and he's playing in the Midwest of the United States in AAA Pacific League baseball. That's not the most glamorous lifestyle, living in hotels and riding buses around everywhere. That's not exactly the most glamorous lifestyle for Roki Sasaki, a guy who was the highest international recruit or international prospect in the previous international
Right.
class. So I think he's finally getting comfortable. It's great to see. Do you have a final stat line I meant to ask you? Because I know you did mention he brought up some runs to me off camera. And looking at his.
Yeah, so four and two thirds innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, 4 walks, 8 Ks. I will say though, let me actually look real quick.
How many innings
He
pitched today?
had 4 and 2/3. He had 4 whiffs on his fastball, which is not a lot, but I'm telling you, there were outings where he was getting 1 or 2 whiffs total among all of his pitches, and I think the last one it was like 1 or 2 on the fastball. So the fact that he had a little bit of swing and miss on the fastball is encouraging. Splitter today, 75% whiff rate. Slider, 83% whiff rate. He had 16 whiffs on the day, 46% whiff rate, which is encouraging. Yeah, he gave up 3 runs. The command still wasn't there. He walked 4 guys. Still is not looking like the pitcher the Dodgers expected in Japan. But the fact that he's up, 3 ticks almost on the fastball, you could arguably say more because the yearly average is skewed largely when he was still sitting like 98, 99 in Japan and sometimes 96, 97 with the Dodgers early in the year. Realistically, from the last start, he's up almost 7 miles an hour on the fastball. So,
Yeah, it's
good for Dodgers fans.
It's great to see. It's great to see them. Great to see Roki get that velocity back. That was the biggest concern, and I hope that's something that continues to show through. I'm not sure if he's going to get many more opportunities this season, but for at least maybe the last couple, I hope that they go at least his direction, because although I think a lot of baseball fans probably can agree they aren't maybe rooting for the Dodgers and the success of Roki Sasaki. I mean, you don't want to wish injuries on a guy, or you don't want to wish a pitcher totally losing it before they even really start their career. So good news out of AAA at least. But like I mentioned before, kind of in our little introduction, the high A and low A seasons, at least the regular seasons, come to a close this past week. All the playoff series start this week. And because of that, we get double A call-ups, Ethan. We get to see some of these guys, some of these younger guys get up and get some reps in at double A to end their year. Dodgers, they called up a couple of their big guns here. Josue DePaula and Zaire Hope will see themselves take some reps in double A, and they both look great in high A, so I'm really excited to see what they do. But Ethan, I know you were all over this, so before I say anything about this, I want to give you just a minute to kind of say what you think about these guys getting called.
Baby Jordan gets the call along with Zaire Hope. I spoke with a couple of the coaches that had the pleasure of working with him over the years, and they just rave about the work ethic. Same thing. I think the speed is like a little bit of an underrated tool that will probably show more as he develops in the outfield, but just a smooth, compact left-handed swing. The power is insane. I think one of the first episodes we talked about, he had a home run in the AFL, the Arizona Fall League. I think it was over 470 feet. Granted, it's pretty easy to pop a ball out, with the elevation and stuff like that, and how humid it gets there. But from that frame, you're getting a 470-foot bomb. The power, I think, is still going to be developed over time. This is a guy that's probably a 20 to 25 plus home run bat with good contact skills.
Yeah.
Solid walk rate. I think the K rate's probably going to go down and over time. But DePaula is, gross. He's striking out 20%. I think that's usually the clip that we like to talk about on here. 18 to 20% for a prospect, I think, is pretty solid, especially 18%, if you're walking.
I'm over the moon for these guys if they're at 18%.
Toby, 98 games, 426 PAs. His walk rate was 19%. I think we look a lot about the power, just the raw swing from the left side. The fact that he's 6'3", 185, 20 years old, he's still probably going to fill out more, which is crazy to say.
Yeah,
and you're walking almost as much as you're striking out. The walk rate is 19%. It's, the only other guys that are doing that at the MLB level, not really comparing them whatsoever, are maybe a guy like Kyle Schwarber or your Juan Soto's or your Aaron Judge's when he goes on his insane stretches for 2 months. Those are the only guys that are walking remotely over like an 18% clip, or like Lamonte Wade Jr. 2 years ago with the Giants. The fact that he's doing that, is crazy to me. He's just such a gifted prospect. And we talk about all the time, the Dodgers system genuinely does not make any sense. It is so loaded.
They don't need it to be that loaded, and it seems like it always ends up being that loaded anyway. But there's not really much more for me I can really add there. I'm very excited for him to get reps where he deserves to be. The last 10 games, he's been unbelievable. And you talked about the power that he shows. He slugged nearly 700 over those last 10 games at a 658 clip. and he also hit for nearly a 400 average over that stretch as well. So he is proved everything he's needed to prove in high A, and now he's going to be up in double A. I expect him to honestly adjust pretty fast. I mean, I don't think it took him that long at high A to really settle in there.
No,
Zaire Hope could take a bit longer, but I don't really know if he will. I think I'm really excited to see Hope maybe more than DePaula. Uh, and
I
I'm
am.
excited
Yeah.
to see more how he adjusts because he was kind of slumping to end his time with Great Lakes. And I'm wondering more if Zaire Hope's going to be a guy where he bounces back from the struggle in the last 10 games and starts to settle into a higher level and maybe prove himself and to the rest of the organization that at 20 years old he does belong there. But a 125, 217, 150 slash line over his last 10 does not leave me very optimistic. Maybe this is just a change of scenery among levels and gets him going, gets him motivated again. So we all know the type of player Zaire Hope is. I mean, he's
Oh
not
yeah.
he's not that type of guy for a long period of time, which is why I highlighted that over a 10 game stretch. He still has an 805 OPS on the year. Looked more than comfortable in high A games. He played there for 121 games. So I think he well deserves a call up. You know who I'm mad didn't get a call up, Ethan? And
Who?
I don't think there's room for him, but I'm really, really upset he didn't because he played out of his mind to end the season. Their 25th ranked prospect, Kendall George, which I still have no idea how he's ranked this low on MLB Pipeline. When I come out with the Dodgers prospects here, I'm sure that's going to be like probably a week and a half away, but I imagine George will crack my top 15. 80 grade speed. You look at the stolen base leaderboards.
No, I'd put it like 90 grade speed at this
Yeah,
point, bro.
it breaks the scale. I mean, I don't know how many times he got caught stealing because I'm just looking at his MLB Pipeline profile right now. I'd have to go to his Fangraphs tab and take a look at that. So maybe if you got something to say about Kendall George, I'll take a look at it. But 100 stolen bases. He had 22 more stolen bases than he did strikeouts this year. And I'm
That's
pretty
insane.
sure, unless somebody upped their stolen base total in the slate today, he leads by 22 stolen bases, which is an
Yeah,
absurd.
I mean, other than Chandler Simpson and Billy Hamilton, like he's on a historic pace right now. Another one of these guys that like the speed gets, I think it's overshadowing almost everything else. This guy was walking 16.3% of the time. He's striking out 15.2% of the time. He's walking over a percent more than he's
It's a
striking out.
really, really good hit tool.
Yeah, the power is not going to be there. But the fact that he does have, I guess, 3 bombs, almost like a comparison kind of to a guy like Chandler Simpson.
You expect like a 30 grade power guy to have like no bombs on a year, maybe.
It's just, I said, I think the speed overshadows the plate discipline. I mean, the fact that you can get on base, one, you can steal as many bases as you want, but if you can't get on base in the first place, it's kind of limited. Like, how much impact does that really have? Yeah. But the fact you're seeing an OBP over 400 and that speed, 80 grade, you could put it at a 90, 100 grade. You could break the scale with it.
Yeah.
It's super impressive stuff. And I totally agree that he definitely, there's not enough room, but yeah, he definitely deserved a call.
No, and it just sucks that there's not enough room. Like, and I looked while you were talking, honestly, at his Fangraphs profile. He was caught stealing 24 times this year, so nearly a quarter of his attempts he gets caught. Right? Is that the? No, I believe it. No, okay, I'm not even going to attempt to do the math. Is that a quarter of the time that he's stealing, or?
Yeah, honestly, that's not even. That's kind of bad. But
that's kind of
still. The fact that you steal 100 bases is crazy. But I think even Chandler Simpson too, in the minors, I think even at the major league level too, is still getting thrown out a little bit. Yeah. So.
Point is, like, these are professional catchers. He could have had almost 124 stolen bases, which is ridiculous. His last 10 insane. Games, or not his last 10, his last 30 games, Ethan, a 395, 503, 437 slash line with guess how many stolen bases?
In a 30-game stretch?
Yeah.
40?
43.
Yeah.
His last 10 games. Sorry, I can't. I really just
cannot get. Keep going. The fact that he's hitting almost 430 games is impressive.
His last 10 games: 452, 540, 476. Guess how many stolen bases in that 10-game stretch?
15.
17. Hey, you're right on the money with both of those.
I'm pretty close.
Unbelievable speed that you get from Kendall George. He is undoubtedly going to be my Dodgers prospect to watch next year. I think people forget that this was a guy that the Dodgers used a first round pick on in the 2023 draft. I mean, he is a stud of a prospect and
Freak athlete too.
freak athlete. And all the congrats in the world to Kendall George on breaking the Great Lakes Loon stolen base record in High A and reaching that 100 stolen base milestone. That's
Do you know what
absolutely.
it was before that, or no? Off the top of your head,
I think it was 90 something if I'm not wrong, but I don't know what it was off the top of my head. I want to know who had that record before him though. So maybe if anybody in the chat knows,
yeah, we could definitely look that up after.
anyone on replay, if they can tweet out that T Schulman Report or OPS Baseball, tell me. I don't know. I probably know by then. But other than that, some other promos. Jesus Mate, the Brewers' top prospect, he gets the call up to Double A. A little upset. I don't think Luis Pena got a call up to Double A. I know Bishop Letson did on the mound, which I'm excited for, but I don't think Luis Pena did. If I'm wrong about that, I'll be wrong about that here, and I'll have to own up to that. But Jesus Mate gets the call up to Double A. Ethan, I think I speak for us both. This is the most excited I've been for a promotion in maybe all year.
I
Besides,
would say so.
besides maybe Roman Anthony's debut. I mean,
Yeah, other than maybe Roman or for me probably Carson Williams, but
yeah,
yeah, I mean Jesus Mate is so advanced beyond his age. The plate discipline is unreal, and I think the power, like I mean, kind of a repeating theme with some of these young guys that are going to fill out their frame. It's gonna progress over time, but I think a consensus top 10 prospect for some people, consensus top 5 prospect in baseball.
yeah,
And I mean, he just keeps doing his thing. And I mean, 2026, I think could be an absolute, I mean, baller year for Jesus Mate.
yeah, dude, he balled out to end his time with the Timber Rattlers, and I'm glad I got my hands on a Timber Rattlers Jesus Mate shirt before he got the call up because I'm just a big Timber Rattlers guy. So to see him get the call and to have that little relic in my closet now, Ethan, is pretty cool. But his last 10 games, 316, 396, 405, he was settled in just fine there. I think at that point, it's just proven that, the switch hitter's done everything he needs to do to prove that he needs that call up. I know Luis Pena was struggling a little bit the last 10 games, so I'm sure that's why he probably hasn't joined him. But Ethan, when you talk about prospects who had high expectations coming into this year, this kid's still 18 years old. He doesn't turn 19 until next May. And everybody was saying that, not everybody, but people who knew prospects enough were saying Jesus Mate had that potential to be a top 100. I'm pretty sure he was a top 100 guy at that point, but a top 10, top 5 guy, people were saying preseason. So to have people before spring training say that and then to back it up at 18 years old and move from, what was it, low A Carolina all the way up to now Double A. I mean,
how many 18-year-olds are in Double A? Like, I know we mentioned age, but the level he's at, for instance, Connor Griffin at 19 is the youngest player in the Pirates' history at the Double A level.
Yeah, it's not normal stuff. Regardless of a September call up in the regular seasons of Single A and High A ending, it's still not normal. It's still just not.
No, it's not. It's not at all. It feels normal now because of what we've seen with guys like Juan Soto and Bryce Harper. But the fact that you are 18 years old and you're getting the call to Double A is very impressive, and the numbers completely back it up too.
Completely back it up. And moving on a little bit further here, away from the NL West, the NL Central, into the NL East. In those prospects, Aiden Miller has been promoted to AAA, and we now get StatCast Aiden Miller data again. I'm really excited for this, Ethan. Aiden Miller's been really good this year, and I'm not sure if they're trying to get him up for the postseason. Do you think that's what they're doing here? I mean, I wouldn't really think he has a spot on the postseason roster, but
yeah, I don't know. I think especially what we saw from like Andrew Painter. I mean, if they were like really gung ho about calling all their guys up, I think it probably would have happened by now.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, there's always. I'm not gonna say there's no shot. There's obviously a shot because like there has to be a percentage. Yeah, I mean he's been balling out. Shout out Joseph if Joseph is watching. He absolutely loves Aiden Miller too.
But yeah, I mean, in all fairness,
yeah, I mean, solid power. I think just solid overall player. And I mean, it would be nice if he was with the Phillies at some point this year, but I don't know how much of a chance there is.
It's not a must, which is the nice thing about it, though.
Oh
they don't need him to come up and be a spark like the Red Sox need Roman Anthony.
Right.
Aiden Miller can continue to develop, and I think that's going to be the best for him because you see when he's given the time, he eventually, if he's not figured it out at some point in time, he gets hot. Like, and when he gets hot, it's hard to really get him to cool down at a certain level. His last 10 games in Double A, he hit 353, got on base at a 522 clip, slugged 529. Believe he had a homer and like 3 doubles in that stretch as well. So powers come through fully. The hit tools come through fully. Now he just got to go up to AAA and face worse pitching and
Right.
mash more. So he's earned that opportunity to go up there and do that.
Yeah, and I will say though, before we probably go on to the next one,
Mhm.
is the K rate went up like I think around 2%, but the walk rate I think is by far like an insane, impressive feat in his own right. This is the highest walk rate that we've really seen from him, other than like a 20-ish game sample. I believe it was in like 2023. So the fact that he is able to draw more walks and be a little bit more selective, yeah, I mean he's striking out 2% more. But the fact that you're walking to kind of replace that, I think is equally as impressive. I mean, he's got 13 bombs. He has 52 bags. I mean, this is a
52.
52
Oh
bags.
my! I knew he could steal bases, bro, but I did not know. Like, I did not know we
This
were
is,
getting that.
I mean, this is probably like a walking 20-ish,
Wow,
20-ish player.
that's
I
like
mean,
at his floor probably. If he
I
reaches
would
like
say
his
so. Yeah.
full potential floor, 2020 guy with
Still,
ease.
still 21 years old, by the way, too.
I
So,
mean, he stole 52 bases in 108 games, which is 162 total going to look
yeah.
like.
I mean, yeah, that's fantastic to see from him. And like I said, I think the walk rate in general is just like the thing that stands out to me is like he's still improving in terms of his play discipline, which is nice to see.
Where are they going to stick him next year?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if Joe is here, he can give us some insight on that. But I mean, I'd love to have him on, talk more Phillies farm maybe sometime. That'd be a great time too. But what else do we got? I mean, Liam Doyle. That's the other one I had. Liam Doyle gets the call up to Double A. Even though a lot of people in my comments did think he was going to get another start this year in the system, I did get some people who did not really love seeing him get the call up to Double A after his debut, Ethan. Because I mean, I know you were out in Bradenton for the Marauders game the night that I was there in Palm Beach, seeing Liam Doyle's debut, and it didn't really look amazing. I'm not gonna lie, like it did. Like I came in thinking I'm gonna see one of the premier arms from college baseball last year who's gonna dot up 99, 100, and um, maybe that was just a little ambitious of me because he was sitting 97, 98 first inning, second inning he dropped to 95, 96. Slider he hung right over the plate to Alfredo Duno and
Oh
he
my God.
cranked further
Didn't
than I've
miss
seen
that
it.
one.
No, he did not miss that one. And I've seriously, every time I see a Reds farm team play, there's a guy that I see where I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen a better prospect at that position in my life. And that's how I feel about Alfredo Duno after seeing him play one game on both sides of the ball. Freak athlete for the size that he is. Actually got to talk to Aram Layton about that, which is really cool. But I mean, just everything like in the way he just like sprints out to the mound for a mound visit. He's doing everything full effort when he knows fully that he's way too good to be at the level he's at. I think that tells you a lot about the type of guy Duno is, and he kind of stole the show in what was supposed to be Liam Doyle's show in his debut.
Yeah, and I will say also, Evan and Ryan make a great point too. I think I to an extent I do agree. I will say though, in the draft show, I believe you said it too, because I know I was kind of bringing it up and we were talking about it off camera. Liam Doyle, in my opinion, I still think profiles more as a reliever.
You mentioned the stuff and the velo concerns from like the jump before, like
Yeah,
in June.
in
Way
college,
before that, I think
if
too.
you go and look at some of the college starts after like 4 innings, there was like a 2 to 3 mile an hour difference in the velo, which I mean, look what Roki Sasaki has done. Not really the best comparison, but I mean, the fact that a guy like that can jump up 6 miles an hour when he was sitting 93, 94. Liam Doyle could probably still gain some velo in the fifth and sixth inning and kind of keep it consistent. I will say, though, his best pitch in that outing was his changeup. The changeup looked very
I
solid.
think he did throw that maybe like only like a few times. So it did look really good.
Yeah,
I
changeup
would
looked good.
love to see him develop more of a feel for that because he's going to need it in all honesty.
Evan and Ryan, I totally agree. As a reliever, I just don't see him being like. I mean, could be totally wrong in the future, and I hope I am. I just see him more as a reliever at this point.
Yeah, and we've seen what he can do when he gets hyped up for those, 1 to 2 inning spurts where he's got to dial it up to 99, 100 and just blow a fastball by a guy. All college season, we saw him do that. And we saw him get amped, and there's no doubt in my mind he can go out there and be one of the game's best relievers from the left side. Did you really want to burn a top 5 pick on a reliever when you had a guy like Seth Hernandez on the board, when you had a bat like Iva Arquette on the board, when you had, even if you wanted to go cheaper, Steele Hall was on the board. JoJo Parker was on the board.
Yeah, shout out JoJo Parker. I don't know. It's very early to tell. And like I said, we said in the draft show, but I think we just see him more as a reliever. Which is, I mean, if he's an elite reliever, I still think it's a solid.
I think that's worth. I think that's fine. That's worth the pick. But
I get. Oh yeah, I know. I 100%
get. You get the sentiment of wasting a
right.
Oh yeah. What did he sign for? Like $7 million or something? Yeah. $5 million, $7 million range. Let's pivot now to some MLB stuff for a little bit because there's not much, but I think we should at least cover the division races because I talked to you about this a little bit off camera, and just because it's kind of been a drowned out topic with that really being the only MLB news right now, I don't really want to dive too deep into what we think is going to happen in this wild card race because let's be real, Ethan, the National League is kind of settled.
I would say so.
The Cubs, Mets, and Padres are going to be the wild card teams. If the Padres are not a wild card team, they're going to win their division, obviously. So I think we honestly just start with the National League then. Phillies and Brewers both commanding leads over their divisions right now. Those teams look incredibly solid as we head into the postseason. I know Milwaukee kind of does have those bullpen concerns, but the Phillies, they're going to roll into the postseason with a starting rotation that is unbelievable, even without Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, Ranger Suarez, Taijuan Walker even playing pretty well too. I think that's going to be a tough team to beat. Brewers, we've talked about them so much, and then I mean, this race between the Dodgers and the Padres, Ethan, is what I want to get into because Dodgers right now only a game ahead of San Diego, who as a team right now, I believe they are like 7th or 8th with a 119 WRC plus as a team over the last 7 days heading into today. So the offense is playing like they want to win the division. Do you think that they have the best shot here? Because I put both teams' schedules down in the notes that I jotted down for us, and it looks damn even, honestly.
I'm only going to say, oh man, it's tough. I'm going to say Dodgers only because they have been playing like absolute shit really for like two-ish weeks. I mean, this is a team that literally was an out away from a no-hitter and blew a 3-run lead in the 9th inning.
Shout out Jackson Holiday.
I feel really bad for Tanner Scott. I think this stuff is still solid, but it's just been a down season for him, and it sucks because he knows it, the team knows it, he feels bad. It's just kind of hard for him to win games. I will say, though, Fernando Tatis Jr. looks a lot better recently. You saw him pimp the ever-living crap out of a ball the other day. I think if the Padres, prevail over the Dodgers, it's going to be largely from a guy like Fernando Tatis Jr. too. And Ramon Laureano, I wanted the Rays to get so bad. He has been, unbelievable. Leads the team in WRC plus over the last 30 games. 7 bombs in a WRC plus over 175. This was like maybe a rental kind of move. I mean, you're probably going to still. Actually, no, he is cheaper, so they're going to get rid of an outfielder. So I think he does have a year of control. This is a fantastic move for the Padres. But I just think the Dodgers have been playing so bad. They're getting reinforcements in terms of pitching. I mean, it's really hard to bet against. I would say still the best team in baseball when everything's clicking. I mean, the lineup is so dynamic in so many different ways, and I mean, they're getting arms back as the year goes on. So I'm still going to lean probably Dodgers, to be honest.
I'm going to go Dodgers just because it's what always happens.
Yeah, right.
When you think about what the Padres have in the back end of things, especially when you get late game and can pull out guys like Estrada, Suarez, Mason Miller, makes it a little tougher for me to lean towards the Dodgers, but I mean, the Dodgers are just as stacked even when they are injured. When you look at how the offense is doing on an individual basis the last 2 weeks, 1 week, Tatis actually has been around average, and I think it's just he shows up in the big moments, and that's what's going to carry them, like you kind of said. but it's the other guys that don't get talked about as much. The Jake Cronenworths of the world, the Gavin Sheets, like you already mentioned, the Ramon Laureanos, Ryan O'Hearns. These guys are the guys who were brought in to fill these gaps in the lineup and to, when it comes down to it, when these games matter the most, to actually come in and get these hits. So if Gavin Sheets right now over the last 2 weeks has a 207 WRC plus and heading into the
Jesus.
yeah, heading into the later
I'll
half
take
of
that,
September,
man.
like
I was gonna say, yeah, Jake Cronenworth 143 WRC plus over his last 26 games.
yeah,
One bomb, but that's, I mean, it's very good offensive
he's
production.
walking at a 20.4% clip his last 2 weeks.
I will say though, Luis Arias has, I mean, dude, if he can kind of get going,
he still has a 300 on base percentage, so like that's not incredible, but for
it's
his standards
definitely not.
especially, but
Yeah, I wouldn't say
this is him at his
really
worst.
that good.
Like this is him at his worst. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, last 27 games, WRC plus of 67, with, I mean, barely any power. If he can remotely just start putting balls in play and getting back to the guy that's won multiple batting titles and set the table for a guy like Laureano, your Jackson Merrills, Fernando Tatis Jr., I mean, that's going to be a key part. But I mean, I think we both agree it's probably the Dodgers.
yeah, I think it's the Dodgers as well. But a key factor to the Padres that if he heats up over the next 2.5, 3 weeks, it can really make this interesting is Manny Machado, because his last
Yep.
week, 2 weeks have not been good. So I'm very intrigued to see how Manny Machado closes out his 2025 season, a season that's been really good, honestly. I'm
Right.
not off the top of my head. I'm not too sure how his second half has been compared to his first half, but I mean, on paper, the Padres should have the easier route. They play a lot of easy series coming up, but let's be honest, they're probably going to struggle with the Mets, the Brewers, and the D-backs. So I don't really think it's a walk in the park for anybody. All those teams are going to be looking to be playing spoiler as well. So
I will say, though, don't you think it's crazy that the D-backs lost almost everyone via trade and via injury? They're only a game under 500.
yeah,
Like, this team was supposed to tank after that, and they've still kind of been afloat. And, I mean, they're only 4.5 games back. Not saying they're going to make it, but if it gets to the point where they're playing, like, spoiler and they're going down the stretch of facing a team that's, like, in the wild card race or, like, in a division race, I mean, you don't want to run into this team, especially with a guy like Blaze Alexander, who's been fantastic recently. Ketel Marte is doing his thing. Corbin Carroll is doing his thing. I mean, this is a team that you really don't want to face. Slade Ciccone been kind of picking it up too. So,
what's going on with Jordan Lawler, man?
dude, I'm not gonna. At the end of the year, there will probably be a Jordan Lawler episode because
Him and Tyler Locklear are taking up space right now on the team. Even Perdomo the last 7 days hasn't been good either. But yet they're still just a game.
Yeah,
they're still just a game under 500, which
I know that is crazy.
Now we move over to where it's kind of, for a lack of a better term, a bit more of a clusterfuck of a situation in the postseason picture. The American League,
fantastic term.
Yeah, thank you. The American League has a lot of question marks as we head into the second half of September here. The Yankees are now just 2 games back at Toronto after their series win. Toronto also just had Bo Bichette hit the 10-day IL, so things could get shaky for him here down the stretch. Do you think the Yankees play spoiler, or do you think that the Blue Jays are able to hang on to this division title?
So right now, they're up in the division. They're up 2 games. I don't know. Bo Bichette's been a huge part of their offense. Well, I mean, we've talked a lot about the resurgence of George Springer because holy crap, if you want to go look at his numbers over the last 90 games, he's been like a top 5 hitter. Bo Bichette being out, I think hurts them a lot.
Especially with how good he was doing too. If it's like previous year Bo Bichette or something, like it's like, yeah, great player we just lost, but the way he's playing like this season, you really need a guy like
bounce back. Oh yeah. I don't know. What do you think? You think the Yankees can kind of jump that 2 game?
The way the Yankees have been playing lately makes me think that they have it in them, and the more they win games makes me, have the bad part of the Yankee fandom in me that comes out saying, "Oh, we're going to do it again. We're going to go back to the World Series." But pitching, man, that's all it's going to take. If Cam Schlittler's on, I think they can take it. That for me is the X factor. If Schlittler is on, we saw what happened when he wasn't on. He dropped that game to the Jays, and that was a big game.
I was going to ask you, what did you think of Luis Gil's last start? Because I heard it was not the best. I don't know how he looked.
Let's take a look back at it. Because
I don't remember being too good.
I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. Unless I was wrong, I thought they won the game he pitched.
I think it was like
No, his last start was great.
Maybe it was the start before.
It wasn't great. He walked 4. His control's been a real issue the entire
Yeah,
time.
okay, then
4
that's
walks to 1 Ks.
Yeah.
6 innings from Luis Gil. I'm taking that every day of the week, though. I don't understand how he allows more runs against the White Sox than he does the Blue Jays, but I'm not here to argue it. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's a fine start. I don't like the walks, especially in the postseason, but if he's going out there and he's earning the win, I'm with that. Not a big fan of the bullpen, so I do like Bednar a lot. So I think we're in a better spot than we were maybe when I think we had like a segment on here like 2 months ago when I was in like real like Yankee purgatory and I didn't know what the season was going to look like. I thought there was a chance they might
When the
playoff.
bullpen was blowing it every game. Yeah, man, I think that was
As
the
long
last
as
time
we don't get
live.
high leverage dev, I think the Yankees have a good shot to succeed in the postseason because even teams like the Astros aren't doing so hot right now, and they just prove they can beat a team like the Astros.
At this point, would you just move Devin Williams to like the 7th or 8th inning because he's good in low leverage?
I don't even know if I'd pitch him in the 8th inning right now.
Put him in the 6th, 7th. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's that's so stupid. I've never gotten why people say that, but I posted oh man, what was it? The Duno post. It's like, come back to me in 5-6 years, and I had comments. Why didn't you say 6-7? I'm like, you guys are like actually trolling. But no, like I think there's some guys that just can't handle the New York market, and like, dude, he has been terrible in high leverage situations. It's been so weird. I can't stop thinking about that.
The Yankees can never trade for an NL Central pitcher again. Didn't Sonny Gray came from the Reds, right? I'm not.
I think at the time, yes, it was.
Yeah, so.
Maybe was it the Reds or was it the A's? It was a long time ago. It might have been the I think it might have been the A's.
I think it was the Reds.
It might have been the A's. I don't know.
Maybe the basement stitch guys can let us know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. For the sake of not being wrong, I think I'm just going to ignore that. Central, let's just move on to the AL Central. I guess bottom line is we don't know whether or not the Yankees are really going to take over that division because you can't tell. The Yankees are the most unpredictable team in that division, and the Red Sox.
I will say though, at the end of the year, they get hot as shit. They usually do pretty good. I'm pretty sure they do good in the year.
I'll let you say that.
Okay.
I'll let you say that. Red Sox are still not technically out of it, but without Roman Anthony and Wilyer Abreu in the outfield to help, I don't really know. Marcelo Mayer out too.
That's a big blow. A couple of big blows.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's just move on to the Central. It's just such a disaster of a division to try and cover right now. The AL Central is locked down by the Detroit Tigers, but the Cleveland Guardians are not necessarily out of it just yet. The offense has been really good. They're 2.5 games back of the AL wild card. The 6th best offense heading into today by WRC plus over the last 7 days. They also had a 119 WRC plus, so they remain in it. And I don't necessarily count them out until they're just eliminated because the Guardians always have a way of surprising me.
I wouldn't either. They took 3 out of 4 against us after we won, I think, 7 straight games. And Jose Ramirez, too, has been on fire recently, too. We saw it in the Rays series. I think he actually had another home run today. The Guardians are a team, and we talked about it, too. Guardians and Brewers are like the teams where you don't know exactly what you might be getting in the season, or I guess preseason, but you know by the end of the season, whether they're in it or they're not, they're going to be in it or they're going to be really damn close. And the Guardians do it every single, especially at the last like 6. Oh my God, I was going to do it again. Let's say 7 to 8 years. They have been consistently doing it. And same thing with the Brewers too. I think a lot of people kind of count them out, and the Brewers are doing their thing. They've been fantastic this year.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Brewers have been on another level this year. I don't think the Guardians make it, but I think they do make things really interesting in the way they're playing right now. I wouldn't put it past them to even take that last wild card spot. Maybe. I want to see CJ Kayfus play postseason baseball. I don't know. That's just like, did you see like all the prospect crush teams being posted today?
Yeah. I was like almost every one of them, bro.
Yeah, I had to get in on that. That was a lot of fun. Dude, but I'm trying to look at who's been really good for the Guardians over the last like 2 weeks, and you already mentioned J Ram's been great, but Stephen
Dude, he's
Kwan's
been
been great as well. Kyle Manzardo just continues to hit this second half. He has a 184 WRC plus over the last 2 weeks, I believe. I'm going to look at his second half splits right now to see how he's done. And in the second half, he's batting 281. As far as his WRC plus goes, he has a 151 WRC plus. He had a 101 in the first half too.
Dude, Kyle Manzardo, I'm actually looking at it like last 2 weeks. He's been actually carrying the offense.
Since the month of June, he hasn't posted a WRC plus over or under 105 or 105. So he's been incredibly consistent this second half. I think that when it comes to trading Josh Naylor, I know a lot of people weren't really a fan of that, but you open the door for a guy like Manzardo who's clearly not looked back in the second half. And I love to see that. I don't think he's getting enough love, honestly. I think
No.
Lewis posted a thread for him like a while ago, but that's it.
Yeah, I know he definitely deserves it. I mean, this is a guy that was in our system, and I mean, he was log jammed by like pretty much everyone, but you could always kind of tell like the bat was going to perform to a certain extent. But I didn't expect it to be honestly as good as it's been recently. To be quite honest with you, I thought there was like some swing and miss concerns that I saw in AAA and AA when he was in our system, but he's been very solid. And it's weird. Literally, the contact profiles and his stuff is very similar to Kyle Schwarber. Not saying he's going to be that big of an impact. I mean, Kyle Schwarber just hit his 50th home run. But yeah, I mean, definitely a guy that could pop 30 plus and provide some good offense for the Guardians. A team that over the last several years, I mean, needs offense. They've always been a pitching factory, but they're finally maybe getting some pieces offensively that can kind of put them over the edge, which is good to see for them.
Yeah, a little bit of breaking news as we have been, kind of talking about prospect and pipeline news. Jesus Mate roped a 2 RBI triple in his AA debut tonight. Is there any level that he wouldn't be able to hit at?
I don't know. I mean, dude, like I said, I mean, he's 18 years old and he's in AA. I will say though, also, real quick news that I saw: your Yankees are getting hammered by the Detroit Tigers right now. I'm very sorry to bring that up, but at the same time, like Jesus Mate is just simply incredible. Was it Oppo or was it pull side triple?
I believe it was Oppo.
Oh,
not dead center. I have the video.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was right center.
You gotta like that. So yeah,
Is there a possibility we see him get AAA reps this year? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think you rush him that much. Could he realistically? Sure.
If there's like more time for him to get reps up in AAA, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself, I think.
Honestly, who was the last 18-year-old AAA player? I mean, I don't even think Harp.
Did Nelson Rada get called up when he was 8? No, I think he was 19.
Might have been 19. I'm trying to see if I could pull up Bryce Harper's real quick. I don't think it's gonna.
Bryce Eldridge, was he 19?
Yeah, I think he might. Yeah, let me see. Actually, you might be right about that. Or maybe he just turned 20. Let me see. 20. Yeah, he's 20. I mean, dude, if he was 8, if he gets the call, which I don't think you rush him. I think this is next year. Like, you go AAA next year, full season of AAA. Maybe he makes the opening day. Maybe he honestly just gets the call. I don't. Maybe next year, but I don't think so. I think you kind of just like have him develop in AAA, and then he's like full-time role probably 2027. But also at this rate, dude, if he keeps it up and the power surge happens, I wouldn't be surprised if he has some playing time next year. But I mean, the fact that he would be playing at 19 years old, the only other guys I can really think of like that are Bryce Harper, are Juan Soto. That would be elite company. But I mean, the fact that, like you said, his first game he ropes an RBI triple is 2-run triple is fantastic.
I feel like I'm like beating a dead horse with it because I say like at least twice a week, like Jesus Mate is 18 years old. It's like, how long can this kid be 18 for? But he's gonna be 18 for like almost half a year.
Yeah, bro. So, it kind of feels like the Ethan Salas saga when Ethan Salas was like 16 years old for felt
except
like
I want Jesus Mate to actually stay like 18 for like forever at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, fantastic stuff we're seeing from just some of the top level guys.
Yeah, let's wrap it up with the AL West real quick because the Mariners remain on the edge of this wild card, and the Rangers are right on the outside looking in here. They're just 1.5 games back, And I would be more threatened by the Rangers here if I was Seattle. But at the time that we're recording this, I mean, the last 7 days, the Rangers coming into today had the second worst WRC plus as a team over that 7 day stretch.
I am not confident at all with Seattle. I'll be completely honest with you.
I know, but I'm not confident in the Rangers without Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, or Adolis Garcia to play spoiler for any team.
I think so, you might have won me over there.
When your top two bats in that stretch over the last week, 2 weeks have been Jake Berger and Alejandro Osuna, there's not much postseason hope for you.
How is Jock Peterson doing? I've seen a few bombs of him on the timeline, so I don't think he's probably doing that well, but.
He's probably got his a few bombs in there every now and then.
Let me see if I can pull it up. But I've been seeing some stuff on Jock, which is good to see.
What do I
mean, God, he had an absolutely dreadful start to the year.
88. 117 WRC plus 258 average. He's slugging 516s last 2 weeks. So I mean, that's good. That's good.
Wyatt Langford too. He's turned it on recently. Boy, Wyatt Langford next year. Holy shit, we're gonna be ringing the Wyatt Langford bell. He's gonna go absolutely crazy. Just please stay healthy.
Yeah, please stay healthy. But Mariners, I mean, you don't feel too confident in them, Ethan?
Bullpen's terrible right now. No, I'm not. I'm not confident with the Mariners.
As an offense the last couple of weeks, I mean, Julio Rodriguez has been unbelievable. Jorge Polanco's swinging it well again, which is nice to see. Eugenio Suarez is hitting well. Randy's hitting the crap out of the baseball, too. So is Victor Robles. You know who I didn't mention in that group? Cal Raleigh.
Yeah. I mean, that's insane. So, honestly, that's
we
would have been paused there honestly for a little bit if you didn't bring it up. I was kind of zoned out, but
I didn't know if you were going to say J.P. Crawford or Todd Naylor or maybe Cole Young or Mitch Garver came.
Yeah, Mitch Garver. Mitch Garver's been good for a month plus. I kind of want to, you remember what he did with the Rangers a year and a half ago, dude.
I never forget that MLB The Show card. So,
oh, dude, he's been picking it up, which is good. Shout out KB because we always joke around about Mitch Garver, but he's been picking it up, which is good to see.
All right, so bottom line here, Astros still in the lead of this division. Do you think that's the way it stays?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
They're not playing great baseball either. Both the Astros and the Mariners are 4-6 in their last 10.
The Astros are the team where until they don't do it, I'm always going to believe in them, bro. Not a lot of people. And dude, they were doing this without Yordan Alvarez. There was no news on a Yordan Alvarez injury. It was 2.5 months. They had no idea what was going on with the dude.
Yeah.
I'm still bought in with Houston, bro.
I will be bought in until they give me a reason not to buy in. Everything they've done in the recent memory, post cheating scandal in the postseason, has given me all of the assurance I need that even when they're not playing good in the beginning of September, they're going to get it together.
Right. Hopefully they don't choke last year against like they did against the Tigers. That was terrible.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's pretty much all I got, Ethan. I mean, I don't think there's anything else to cover. You got anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up here?
I will say though, Junior Caminero hit a 116.7 mile an hour baseball. It was not only the hardest of his career, it was the hardest hit in that ballpark. Fantastic to see.
Fantastic to see.
Who is one team that is in the wild card race that is not in the postseason picture right now, but will be?
Ooh. Oh, I really, really want to say the Guardians. That's the only answer I can give you, really. I think that's the only team right now that is playing well enough that they're 2 games back of the wild card, man. I mean, I don't see the Rangers posing much of a threat with their injuries. I don't see, the Royals. The Royals.
Come on.
I don't see the Rays, the 4.5 games back, covering enough ground at this point. I don't really know. I'm gonna say the Guardians, and I think you were trying to.
No, I agree. Guardians won again today too. They beat the Royals 2-0.
Yeah, so they're now 2 games back. I think they have the best shot at playing spoiler here and taking a wild card spot from the Mariners or anybody else. It would be the Mariners because it would be the Mariners.
Any team that's going to shock you in the postseason, team that maybe some people are kind of overlooking, that if they get there, they're going to be kind of cooking.
I mean, they're going to be there, but the power of friendship Red Sox without Roman Anthony, if they get Roman Anthony back, that spark plug is going to be unreal for
Oh,
them.
dude, yeah.
Unreal for them. The Giants are 2.5 games back. That's a good shout there. Especially with Drew Gilbert too, hyping him up. If we get
Oh, dude, he's
Drew
been
Gilbert whole
nuts.
season would feed generations of families to see. I, I don't think there's enough caffeine in the world to get to match his energy at that
No,
point. I don't think. Um, my roommate's a Red Bull employee, so maybe he can get us enough caffeine to match that, and we'll be on stream watching Giants postseason as hyped up as Drew Gilbert. But uh, do you think that they pose like a threat? I kind of haven't really thought of them too seriously because I thought that the Reds were going to be that odd team out, but the Giants have kind of come back into it a little bit.
baseball Giants. Yeah, I don't.
What's up, Rob?
What's up? Dude, I want to say the Giants. I will say that Willie Adames made a pretty drastic change to his swing, and he's been actually hammering the baseball now.
Yeah,
He's not like hella late on almost every single offering he was seeing for like a 2 week stretch. I want to say the Giants, dude. I don't know, dude. I love the Mariners, dude. Like, I'm not confident in them right now.
it's
I
hard to
just,
be confident in a team that doesn't have a ring.
damn, bro. Kind of threw a shot at me there too, man. I don't know. I
Oh
hopefully,
my god!
dude. If the Rays didn't get swept by the Guardian, or not swept, but lost 3 out of 4,
Y'all left Blake Snell in.
yeah, man, that was an awesome game to watch at work, man. That was awesome. But I don't know. I want to see the Rays. Like, the no bias in me wants to say no. Is there a chance? Sure, there's a chance.
Sure,
There is a chance. I will say though,
not over till it's over.
who was the team last year that choked? I think it was a 9 game lead.
Was that the O's?
My God, who was it? No. There was a team last year. This will be the last thing we talk about. And we'll go. There was a team last year that choked a 9 game lead. Oh my God, who was it?
Chat GPT it.
No, I don't even think ChatGPT will be able to find it. Oh man, who was it?
That's a question based on
Oh,
statistics.
dude, yeah.
Those
Evan
guys-
and Ryan, we've talked about it multiple times. Who was the team that choked like a 9 game lead going into the final month last year? Oh, dude, this is gonna be brutal. I'll probably post about it after I figure it out. It was the Twins. It was the Twins. That's who it was. It was the fucking Twins, bro.
No, that's the
Oh
foreshadowing.
my God.
That's got to be the foreshadowing of all foreshadowing right there. With the
Diamondbacks.
was it the Diamondbacks still?
Are you saying Diamondbacks postseason or was it the Diamondbacks? The Twins were definitely the team I was thinking of. They had like an 8+ game lead in the final month, and they
I remember that.
blew
I
it.
remember that.
Oh my God. That was like when everyone was like, "Oh, Rockabat Alley should be fired." Like, this team just, it was bad.
Oh man, this is a fun episode back.
Great
It's
episode.
really been
Great
too
episode
long.
to be back.
It's really been too
And-
long. We're gonna try and get a few episodes out this week for you guys because we know we've been slacking, and with the postseason heating up and all this prospect news coming to you guys. I mean, we want to be able to come on here and be live as much as we can. So we've been putting out a lot of prospect content out on
dude.
Inside the Diamond top 15 lists. I think every single day the last 7-8 days. Where are we at? Guardian System tomorrow. Even tomorrow.
Guardians.
Yeah, expect that to be out tomorrow afternoon at some point. That's my goal, at least. I'm hoping to get it out by tomorrow afternoon. If it doesn't get out by tomorrow afternoon, like tomorrow evening, that's when they're coming. But we're slowly but surely working through all those. By the postseason, we'll have all those done. We'll have a top 100 list for me and Ethan by the end.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, it's not going to be a list where it's like 1 through 100. It is going to be an entire thread of. I mean, granted, the timeline might be a little bit of a cluster, but it's going to be at least a 250 to a 280 character little synopsis of all 100 of those guys. That's something that we are really trying to do for you guys. And also, shout out to you guys too. The support on that has been unbelievable. We are 6 followers away from 800, and Toby and I have been talking about it. There were points where we were so inconsistent, and the fact that you guys have still shown us that much support, especially recently with some of the stuff that Toby's been putting out with the top 15s, some of the swing changes I've been putting out, and some of the top 10s that we've been putting out, it's incredible. The fact that
It's been great. It's been honestly unbelievable. I didn't think taking a week off, or not a week off, like a month off would
at least 3 weeks.
Would result in us gaining around like 20% of the fan base we totally have now, which is unbelievable. So we're going to be putting out a lot more content. Obviously, the prospect content, no shortage of that. I got nothing else for you guys. Ethan, you got anything else?
I will say though, it is sad that the baseball season is winding down because
It's sad that the lower level minor leagues are over. Now I'm that's a little part of me. A little part of me died.
yeah, it kind of shifts like maybe late August, early September. It's like you're kind of looking at your fantasy football team a little bit and
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, at least for us, we're looking at we're looking at prospects at this point more than like MLB stuff until
Yeah.
like the postseason's like I don't know, but
Yeah. Now
yeah,
now it's more just guys to look at for next year. Call ups that could do well in their new level and new destination. But it's not going to be any shortage of content here, at least as the season
oh
wraps
dude,
up. At least we're going
we're
to be going
top
through the
10,
entire year
top
and
10
on.
positions, the top 100 list. I mean, it's there's going to be no shortage of content on all.
Yes, a lot of changes to our Substacks coming soon, so be on the lookout for that as well. But that's all I got. It's been a long night for both of us. So if you haven't checked out the top 10 pitching prospects on Inside the Diamond, go take a look at that. That's pinned on our Twitter. And if you're watching the replay, if you're watching the stream, we appreciate you being here and being a part of the over 500 people live tuning in. But we'll see you guys next time when we go live. I'm not sure if that'll be tomorrow or sometime in the future, but we will see you guys whenever we see you guys next.